Hi, welcome to today's 12-minute mindful movement practice with me, Jackie Jones. So before we get started, you don't need props today, but you may or may not want some blocks or books or something that could help raise the floor a little bit if you may need that a little bit later on in the practice. But we will begin by finding a seated position. So you can sit cross-legged, you can sit on your heels, you can have your toes bent or sit on the tops of your feet like I am now, and whatever's comfortable for you. The intention of today's practice is to release some chronic stress that we may be holding on to in our systems, and also to unlock any stress or feelings of anxiety, sadness, grief that may be sitting locked in our hips. So normally when we breathe, we consider breathing two parts of the breath, the inhalation and the exhalation. And generally we find that we think about it as the inhalation being the first part and the exhalation being the second part. But for today's breathing, we're going to reverse it. So we'll take 5 breaths where we'll think about it in the reverse order. So the exhale will be the first part of the breath, and then the inhale will come in to replenish and fill in the space that was created when you exhaled everything that's no longer serving you first. So if you'd like, you can close your eyes and take an exhalation out, just fully letting go of everything that is not serving you right now. And follow it with a deep inhalation, replenishing your body with nourishing air, nourishing energy. And then second breath, take a deep exhalation. Deep inhalation. And 3 more at your pace. Deep exhalation. You can breathe out of your mouth if you'd like to let go of even more. And breathe in through the nose. Exhale even more fully. Breathe in completely. And last one, deep exhalation. And deep inhalation. You can open your eyes and find your way into a tabletop position. So in your tabletop, place your knees under your hips and place your wrists under your shoulders with your wrist creases parallel to the top edge of the mat. And really anchor yourself down through your hands, pressing the ground away from you. We'll begin with some cat-cows. So take an inhalation, point your nose and your tail up toward the sky, and then exhale into your cat, arching your back the opposite way. Inhale, fully, completely into cow. Exhale, fully, completely into cat. And one more time. And find a neutral tabletop. And from here, you'll really ground in your hands and find stability through that left leg, really grounding down through your foreleg and your knee. And then inhale, bring the right leg up in a fire hydrant, and exhale to close. And 4 more like this. Inhale, open. Exhale to close. 3 more, your pace. And then plant the right knee down. Find stability again in your hands. Push the ground away, opening your back, your upper back a little bit. And then root down. Find stability in the right leg. Inhale, lift that left knee up in fire hydrant. And exhale, close. 4 more times. Finding stability, but really grounding down that right leg. Keeping hips square, facing forward. And then bring that left knee back down. All right, from here, if you want to come on to the tops of your feet for a moment, roll out your hands. And we'll come back down into table. So pressing those hands back down into the ground, finding stability through this left leg. Once again, we'll inhale and raise the right leg up. And this time, draw 6 circles forward with your right knee about the size of a dime. And then pause and reverse. 6 circles backwards with your right knee the size of a dime. Pause, forward again, but this time drawing 6 large circles. Remembering to breathe. And then pause and 6 circles opposite way. And then go ahead and bring that right knee down. Root in the hands. Push the floor away. Find stability by pressing that right leg into the ground now. Inhale, raise the left knee up. You can point the toes and paint 6 small circles the size of a dime. Pause and reverse. Pause, forward again, but large circles this time. Pause, reverse. Good, bring that left knee down. You can spread the knees apart and take a quick child's pose. Exhaling, bringing your hips down to your heels. And when you feel ready, come back up to your hands. So again, press the ground away with your hands. Root in the left leg. Inhale, bring that right leg up behind you. And then exhale, bring that foot forward, stepping it in between your hands. And this is where you can choose to use blocks. You can choose to place blocks on both sides of you. We're going to be rocking forward and back. And if you want to raise the ground up to meet your hands, feel free to place blocks on the tallest or shorter or shortest positions, or you can use the floor. So we'll inhale and sink forward in that front hip, looking up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, pull your hips back to your heels, straightening that front leg, finding a stretch. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 2 more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And then we'll come forward, bringing knee over ankle, both feet on the inside of that right foot. And you can stay here with your hands up or come down to your elbows. Just deeply breathing here. And then walk your hands back up. Reach your left foot up behind you. Press the ground away with your left hand. Inhale, reach the right hand up and behind you and reach it towards your foot. If they don't meet, energetically reach them toward each other. If they do meet, then grab hold and you can pull that foot towards you. And then slowly release, slow and controlled the way you came in. And we'll reset. So press the ground away from you with your hands. We'll inhale, bring that left foot up behind you. Exhale, curl knee to nose, then step that foot in between your hands. Again, grab the blocks on either side. That helps you to bring the floor closer to you. And then inhale, we'll look up at the ceiling. We lean forward over that left leg. And then exhale, straighten that front leg as you lower your hips towards your heels. And 4 more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And 2 more. And then we'll bring the knee over the ankle. Bring both hands on the inside of the left foot. You can shimmy it toward the outside of the mat. And you can stay here with your hands on the ground. Or if you want a deeper stretch, come down onto your ankles. You can pull the left knee in towards your left shoulder. And take a few deep breaths here. And then press your hands back on the ground if they're not there already. Bring the right foot up behind you. Press into the ground with your right hand. Inhale, reach the left hand up and back toward that foot. And if they don't touch, just energetically reach them toward each other. You don't want to force and grab and risk injury. And if they do meet, then you can grab onto the top of your foot. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, you can pull that foot in towards your back, finding a deeper stretch. And then exhale, slowly release. Come back out the way you went in. Come back to your table. And then we'll end today coming to your bottom. Bring the tops of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, lean forward over your butterfly legs. You can have your hands stretched out in front of you or come down to your elbows. If you want a deeper stretch, you can stack your forearms and bring your forehead to the mat. And you can stay in this pose as long as it feels good for you. If you're ready to end with me today, bring your hands to heart center. And just observe how you're feeling in your body right now. And thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.